if they didn't want to be seen, they would have done it much more under the radar. And I think that there's some shade happening.
Well, my woe of the week was Julia Fox. Throwing it back to about 2 weeks ago, she has said recently that her relationship to Kanye West has caused her to lose 15 pounds. Sign us up. Just kidding. Julia Fox said, I tried my best to make it work. I already had a jam-packed life. And how do I fit this big personality into my already full life? It just wasn't sustainable. I lost 15 pounds that month. Of course, the Uncut Gems star said she didn't sign an NDA while dating Kanye, and only elements of their relationship were real. It definitely felt like I was his girlfriend, she said, but it also felt like I was cast in the role of his girlfriend, and he was casting me. He was the orchestrator of it all. It really did feel like a movie. Us Weekly has obtained some intel on this, that their relationship was actually a casting process. Julia Fox went through at least 12 auditions to be the rapper's girlfriend. She had Zoom interviews, phone interviews with his manager. They had dinners together. This was a casting process. And I'm glad that there's no NDA so we can talk about this. But if you want to read all of the details about this wild relationship, grab the new issue of Us Weekly on stands now. It's right there on the cover. Gwen, have you ever been cast as a girlfriend?
I have never been cast as a girlfriend. I have had to answer several questions. However, I don't think it was exactly a casting process, but this reminds me of Tom Cruise and how he would vet his paramours, such as Katie Holmes, etc. And I don't know. Yeah, I mean, maybe Kanye wants his church to kind of be on the level of Scientology at some point. Who were these people who were interviewing her? I mean, it's just kind of astounding to me. And also, like, who would go through that process just to date Cuckoo Kanye?
Well, an actress who's looking to, get herself back in the spotlight. She was sort of a cult favorite. She was an actor's actor, sort of under the radar, and now she's dating Kanye. Everyone in the country now knows her name. So I guess this unpaid gig with lots of auditions worked for her. And she lost 15 pounds. So I've heard about some weirder things in Hollywood, but not many.
Not many.
Well, not many. It is strange. Well, let us bust into some of the news this week, and we are going right to the auditioner himself, Mr. Kanye West. Well, let's start with he had dinner with Tristan Thompson this week. Page 6 had a funny headline and said, Kardashian rejects dine together. It was Tristan Thompson, Kanye West, a girl that Tristan brought, and it looks like the new model that Kanye is dating that is a replica of Kim Kardashian. All had dinner at the Setai Hotel in Miami. They were friends before, so this isn't, out of it's weird. It doesn't seem like they're colluding and conspiring, but I sort of think it's this nice for these two guys who, while they may have wronged their women in many, many ways, sort of get to catch up and talk about this experience that only they know about.
Whilst they do have a very unique experience dating Kardashian sisters and being under the thumb of, say, Kris Jenner, I did find the timing really odd, and I did feel like it was shady town. Like, it's not the time for these two to be seen in public dining together. Maybe go over to each other's homes or hotels or whatever. But if they didn't want to be seen, they would have done it much more under the radar. And I think that there's some shade happening.
I absolutely agree. This dinner was for a reason. It was in public for a reason. Well, there's lots more going on with Kanye this week. After calling out Pete and trying to get Kim Kardashian from attaining her single status, a judge has ruled in favor of Kim and made her legally single. But that is not the only outstanding issue in their divorce. The big issue remaining is that Kim and Kanye's divorce is over child custody. Nothing shocking for a divorce, especially in Hollywood. And Kanye's new lawyer hedged in court on Tuesday on how it will shake out. We're told it's highly unlikely it'll end up so that Kim will be the home base. We are told it's highly likely that it will end up that Kim will be the home base and Kanye can see his 4 kids pretty much whenever he chooses. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ that based on Kanye's schedule, which involves significant global travel, the typical custody agreement spells out in detail who gets the kids and when it is impractical. So, for instance, if they've attended birthday parties and other functions together as a family without any kind of formal structure, then they'd be able to create a structure for Christmas, Thanksgiving, and other holidays. But pretty much Kanye can just go see the kids whenever he wants to. It is a, quote, open door policy when it comes to custody. And of course, Kanye will get the kids every Sunday for his Sunday service. Now, this new reporting about Kanye and Kim's divorce, I think, is finally going on the up and up. Kanye was trying to stop her from being single with his own lawyer. It seemed very bitter and vindictive. And now it sort of seems to be shaking out like we expected of them.
I just feel bad for these kids. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, he's their dad. And it's almost like, remember when Chris Martin took Abloh and Moses out to lunch and they were seen eating like burgers and fries and everyone was like, oh my God, they're free from when it's like having to eat vegetarian or super uber healthy or whatever.
Yeah.
And I just kind of like feel for these kids that, you know, they're going to see their father to just go to Sunday service, like where he's like proselytizing. It just feels really sad to me because whilst this is a Hollywood marriage and Hollywood marriages end, it's like there are 4 kids involved, and are they ever going to have a normal relationship with their father? Super sad. I mean, I'm very, very happy that Kim finally got that decree.
I'm so glad. It seemed really, they're just separated, they're divorced, she can't be made legally single. I was really, really feeling for her at that time. And it sounds like they're making headway and things are getting good. But if we remember back to Stormy and Chicago's birthday party, that didn't go very smoothly. So I don't know. And of course, early this week, Kanye tried to have all of his social media posts withdrawn from evidence, saying that Kim could not bring them up in a court because she can't prove that he wrote them, even though he held up a yellow notepad confirming that the Instagram posts were his. But, you know, if I were Kanye's lawyer, I would try to get his social media posts thrown out. So no shame in the game on that one.
My God, I would never, ever, ever want to be Kanye West's lawyer. That's a tough job.
That sounds like a tough job. Lots of different decisions, late night calls. Good luck to Samantha. Well, someone who doesn't seem to be having a long life in reality television is Jen Shah. The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star has just been slammed by the courts, even though she's trying to sidestep it in every way. Of course, Jen Shah has allegedly charged with conspiracy to commit fraud and wire fraud in connection with a telemarketing and conspiracy firm to commit money laundering. This was pretty much, she would call up people, usually above the age of 85, and tell them about investment opportunities and steal all their money. But now Jen Shah wants Kim Kardashian on her legal team. Seems like a great idea. Kim said, people thought I was joking around when I was like, do we need Kim Kardashian on our legal team? I was dead serious, she said during an episode of The Housewives of Salt Lake City. Jen Shah noted that she has mad respect for Kim Kardashian, who started advocating for criminal justice and prison reform after kicking off her law school journey in 2018. Now, Kim has passed the baby bar in December 2021 on her 4th try, and she noticeably helped Alice Johnson from jail 3 years prior. And she has been, advocating on behalf of typically Black and brown people who've been locked up on minor drug offenses or DNA kits didn't come in. Kim Kardashian clearly has a niche of people who are locked up for bad reasons. And it seems wild to me that Jen Shah would even consider herself in this group.
Well, yeah, here's the thing. I have mad respect for Kim Kardashian, that she studied and studied and studied for the baby bar and finally passed it. And that she has these aspirations to really do good in in the world. But let's just all agree that she's probably not one of the greatest legal minds in the nation. However, it doesn't shock me that Jen Shah, a D-list reality star, would be looking towards another reality star to defend her.
It just makes the Jen Shah of it all. It just makes no sense. Kim just passed the baby bar a couple months ago. Jen Shah is on some huge charges, looking at 20 years in jail, maybe more. And she wants Kim Kardashian to be her lawyer. Is it just out of fashion? Does she just want to make it a spectacle? I don't understand what's going on in Jen's head.
Reach higher, Jen.
Reach higher, I worry for you.